Oh, I can do it with one hand. Yeah, boys.
Oh my God, it's actually kind of strong. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh. No way. This might be. In these boxes, we have this YouTube's channel's newest sponsor, SeaEagle. And we're gonna be taking it and building it. This box has an engine in it, and the other boxes have a boat in it. Oh yeah, baby, I had a boat shipped right to my house. We put the order in about a week ago, and not even a week, and it's here. So we're gonna put it together, and then hopefully we're gonna catch some fish on it. Let's just start opening these boxes and see what's inside. I don't know why, but I wanna start with this box. It just looks the funnest. Wait, the funnest is not a real word, it's most fun. Okay, I was gonna stab it, but I don't know what's inside the box, so probably don't wanna stab it in case it's important. But this is going to be a boat that we will be taking deep, deep into the mangroves and to some places that I normally wouldn't be able to get to, and you'll see why. Okay, all right. This was probably a good box to open first because we have something exciting in here that'll kind of give you a good idea or a good little representation of what is to come. Whew. Oh, look at that. All right, we have ourselves a beautiful seat. Okay, one seat, two seats, and that is all that was in this box. Yeah, get out of here. Box number 2. Let's see what we have in here. All right, this is, okay, I believe that these are wheels for transporting the boat. I'll put that to the side. All right, the boxes are getting heavier. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay. All right. What in the world do we have in here? I don't know what that is. It looks kind of like a transom maybe to put an engine on. We're gonna find out. Bunch of rod holders. You know what I always say, you can never have enough rod holders, so. We have a paddle. Hopefully we'll never need to use a paddle because we have an engine in this box, but I'm saving that for last. We got ourselves a little, probably the most adorable battery that I've ever seen. Here we go. This is going to give you guys an idea of what we're dealing with here. You see that right there? That is a electric pump, and that is because we are dealing with an inflatable boat. But this is just not any inflatable boat, but it is an inflatable boat. That's why we got a pump, and we gonna be pumping. We gonna be pumping the fish in. This looks like another, oh, you know what these are? This isn't a transom. This is, I think, for the seats. All right, it's all starting to come together. Here we have a manual pump, rod holder attachments, some kind of ratchet strap, more pump stuff, nuts and bolts, and what we have right here, okay, this is the transom of the boat. Yeah, you're probably thinking now, what kind of inflatable boat has such a badass transom? This inflatable boat is specifically designed for fishing, and this is the transom of it. And all I'm gonna say is once I got this thing put together, I pre-apologize to your girlfriends and to your wives and to your significant other, because you're gonna be buying one of these and then you're gonna have to explain to them why you're buying it. And then you're gonna explain to them you saw it on the South Florida Fishing Channel, and then they're gonna contact me and they're gonna yell at me like it was somehow my fault. And let's just put the boat together, all right? Let's go fishing. All right. That was everything in that box. These are seat swivels. All right, 2 seat swivels. We are now down to our last box. The final box before we open the engine. But this box contains the meat and potatoes of this entire operation, the actual boat. All right, there she is. Let's pull her out. Wait, what's that? Not sure what that is. Ah, the instruction manual, the one thing I never look for. Probably explains why I always have so many problems in my life, because I never read the instructions to anything. This is how compact the boat is. It is a tiny little boat when it's deflated, but it's actually going to be quite the beast. It's going to be bigger than my John boat and more comfortable and faster than my John boat. Why do I have the knife out? I should definitely put the knife away when I'm operating with this. Okay. Voila. I'm not sure if this green tarp is just protection for shipping or if it is something that I need to keep, but I will keep it just in case. But there it is. There's the boat. Oh, you know what I think it is? It's the carrying case, of course, duh. You know, if I would have read the manual, I probably would have noticed that. But. Okay, so here we go. This is the boat. I got to figure out where I'm gonna inflate this thing. I'm so excited right now. This is like Christmas. I'm gonna have to do a little reorganizing here in a second so I can inflate that boat and we can get to the fun stuff. Our SeaEagle is inflated, and now essentially there's only a couple things left. Our transom, which is what the engine is going to attach to. Just gonna pop it right in here. Just like that. A big tip that the guys over at SeaEagle told me is that these 2 sides, only inflate them to about 2 PSI. Don't inflate them all the way to 15 PSI. So that way they're a little looser, makes the transom going easier. Bolt it down. Then we're gonna finish inflating the boat. Then we're gonna take these seat mounts. There's 2 of them. One goes right there. The other one goes right there. So we have our 2 seat mounts. And on the seat mounts, we're gonna install the seat swivels and then the seat. I gotta say, these green colored seats look pretty good. These are the bolts that came with the boat. Super easy. You just twist it on. And there's 1, 2, 3 more. We're good to go. Okay. We got some exciting updates. And, you know, I never was the smartest tool in the shed. I was using this big car battery to run the automatic air pump. But it actually turns out that this whole package came with a battery, a small little portable battery for the air pump. I didn't know what this was for, but yeah, I probably should have read the instructions. With that being said though, I was able to put this thing together without the instructions. So either it was super easy or I'm a genius. I think we're gonna go with the first one. It's super easy. And let me show you all what we got going here. So these are our rod holders and there's our seat. And the seats have these little straps. So you can see there's the 4 straps here. That's for the front seat, which I have done. This bad boy right here. But I'm not gonna be putting on the second seat probably for the first trial run. I'm just gonna have the one seat on. But yep, so it's just strapped down here, and there's rod holders, one on each side, and they put these Scotty mounts in there. Very good, solid feeling. And cool thing is they're on a swivel, so you can put them whatever direction you want. So I'm thinking if I do some trolling, I can have the rods pointing out, or if I'm running, then I can take the rod holders and point them backwards so the rods are out of the way, or maybe I can point it forwards. I don't know yet. We're gonna do a little bit of experimenting, but the boat is inflated, and I gotta say, you would not think it's an inflatable boat. It feels like plastic, like hard plastic. It's solid. I can stand on it. I'm super excited. We put the transom on, which we're about to mount the motor, which is going to be the grand reveal in about 30 seconds. Also, we have this these wheels that attach to the boat, so I can pull it to the water, take the wheels off. Super simple. I can lift it up with one hand, push it around. So easy. So good. This is gonna make making content really easy for me on those days where I can't get out on the big boat. Uh-oh, I see my cat is prowling. He's chasing something. I think he's about to catch something. Where's my big camera? This is Nat Geo, boys. This is my cat in the hunt. You can see his butt there. Looks like he's about to pounce on something. I wish that bucket wasn't there. Let's go see what he's doing. Hey, buddy. Were you hunting something? Oh, he's such a good boy. Such a good boy. Damn. Look at her in all of her beautiful glory. I think it's time we do the engine reveal. It's time. Actually, first, one last thing. There are these little holders on both sides of the boat, and SeaEagle includes this beautiful paddle, which is completely adjustable. So if you want to make it longer or shorter, you can just open that, select your size, and then tighten it again. I'm gonna go maybe like right there, and it will just clamp right. Bam! That is in there, stiff as a rock. So I'm gonna have a paddle on one side, just in case we have some engine problems. And on the other side, we will be putting a stake. This is an anchor stake, and it's gonna have a rope tied to it, tied to the boat. So when I wanna anchor, I can just grab it and stick it right into the ground, which is much better than having an actual anchor to throw off the boat. If you're fishing in shallow water, that is the way to go. But we'll probably do some deep water stuff. We might bring an anchor out. I don't know. There she is, the beauty in the wild. Whew. What do you guys think is in that box? What do you think? Leave a comment, or just think in your head, what is in this box? And please, if you're enjoying this video, please do leave a comment. It helps a lot. Leave a like, because we got a lot of adventures coming up. So also hit the subscribe button. I'm putting you guys to work. All right, here we go. We got ourselves a Honda 9.9. Woo! The first 4-stroke engine that I have ever owned. You guys, my longtime followers, you know my relationship with 2-strokes. So we're taking a step up in the world. 4-stroke. All right, lots of cushions to make it a nice ride for the engine. Styrofoam cushions. There's an engine in there, boys. Bill of sale, I need that. That's important. Holy macaroni. What's in this box? All right, there's definitely something in this box. Fuel line, fuel pump, pull start cord. Oh, there's even you can attach this to a battery, and then I think you can just do push to start instead of pull cord. But pull cord is probably easier, and then I don't have to bring a battery on the boat. All right, then there is one more box. Let's see what is in here. What could it be? I have no idea. Oh, no way. A gas canister. That makes me so happy, because I was just about to order one online. There's one thing I want to mention about this boat, which makes it so awesome with this 9.9 Honda combo with the Fishskiff. It gets, I think they said 30 miles to the gallon. So this is a 3-gallon tank, which is will probably give me close to a 60 to 90 mile range, which in my opinion is more fuel or more range than I could ever use. Maybe if I do some like overnight deep Everglades trips, maybe I'll bring like a 5 gallon or a 6 gallon instead, but this should be perfect for everything we're gonna do. And it's gonna go right back there. Woo! She's coming together. I think I have a tear coming. Now the real question is, how heavy is this engine? And am I gonna be able to lift it up and put it on the back of the boat myself? Whew, about to find out. All right, this is what I've been training for. This is why I work out. For this moment right here. No other reason other than to lift engines. Oh boy, okay. How do I go about gripping this thing? Maybe, is this a handle? Like, is this a handle to lift it? I don't want to break something, but kind of looks like a lifting handle, doesn't it? Maybe? I mean, it's got some weight to it, but it's not too bad.
Oh, I can do it with one hand. Yeah, boys.
You know, there's got to be a way. Oh, I think I can lift it right here. Okay, I'm a noob at this, so don't judge me too hard right now. I've never done this before. I think I figured it out. Oh yeah, that's... Oh, I just kicked the engine. All right, so you got to tilt it up a bit. Duh. Oh my God, that is awesome. That is so... Look at that. That right there. Brand new shiny engine. Holy moly. Yes. I'm not sure if there's oil in it already, but I'm gonna find out. And then all we gotta do, where's that gas line at? Here is the gas line. So this end plugs, here it's on the other side. This plugs right in here, click. And then this end plugs in here. Bam. Now we just gotta put some fuel in here. I would recommend using Rec 90. Pretty sure that's what everyone uses, and that's it. Put fuel in it, pull the starter cord, she should be up and going, and then we got a breaker in. Oh, here we go. Wait a second, what's this? Okay, it says no oil in engine. Fill the engine with oil to the correct level before starting the engine. And where do we fill it with oil? That's the real question. I have never filled a 2-stroke engine with oil before, so bear with me here. If I had to take a wild guess, I would say it's inside. Well, the cowling comes off very easy. I'm tempted to put some cool decals on here. South Florida Fishing Channel. Woohoo, that would look cool. Ah, right there. Hey, look, I'm not that dumb. I found the oil first try, so that opens up. We have our fuses here. Stator there. All right. Quick update. I got myself some of this 4-cycle Marine Premium Plus 10W30 engine oil. And what I did was I removed the little oil cap here. I put the funnel in, filled it up, and I put about a quart in there, like a third of this thing. And then there's a dipstick right here, and I checked the dipstick. It seems like we are at good oil levels. So she's got her oil, went to the gas station, got some Rec 90 fuel, and I put about a gallon in this jug right here. So we got fuel, got the engine on the boat. I pretty much think I got about everything on the boat. We have this little rope here, and I am going to strap down the engine. All right, rope in here, rope out there. This boat came with a bunch of ropes for like securing things, just like this one. I could probably cut down that rope. It's much longer than needed, but woo, that gets tight. Oh yeah, that ain't going anywhere. Okay, I am so excited. It is sunset time. We only have about 15, 20 minutes of sunlight left. So we're just gonna try to do a little quick test run. Can't forget the GoPro, bring that. Oh, the engine probably needs a cover. Yes. Snip, snap. All right, this is going to be my first time launching it. And I think what I want to do in the future is this trailer needs to be a little further forward because I don't know if I'm gonna fit. I might. Oh, let's find out. There's my pussycat playing in the rocks. You see him? Hey, buddy. Good kitty cat. There's Captain Elliot Kitty. Coolest kitty around. He's always waiting for us to catch some fish. And we are gonna catch some fish on this boat. Wow. Super easy to pull. Like I can pull with one hand, one finger even. Okay, actually, let's do 2 fingers. I'm not that crazy. Are we going to fit? Well, if you know me, I usually always make it fit, no matter the circumstance. She's a tight one. Here we go. Oh, that's kind of tight. But you know what I'm thinking? I can just lift the back up and move it like that. Let's see. The really cool thing about this boat is you can just lift it up and move it. Okay, do I really have everything? I don't know. I probably should bring a rope, but it looks good. Those wheels are adjustable. I think I can make them a little tighter. Oh, they look good though. Everything looks good. And it's beautiful out there right now. Oh, should I bring a fishing pole? Buddy, should I bring a fishing pole? I don't think I have a rod ready to go. Maybe I do. Fishing pole, fishing pole. Oh, this one's perfect. I don't have a bait on it though. Do I have a little lure I can bring? I don't even know where all my stuff is right now. Here we go. Okay. I'm down. We had to do it. We got a fishing lure. You know, this is the South Florida Fishing Channel after all. So we're bringing a fishing pole. I also have a life jacket, a rope. Gonna just be like a 10-minute boat ride just to see how everything works. Then we're gonna do a real fishing trip. Take the strap off for the wheels. Okay, I think I took the wheels off too early. I probably should have put it a little further back in. Actually, nope. That's perfect. It's sliding in like butter, boys. Oh my God, this is awesome. It's floating. All right, so the engine, we gotta tilt down. Uh-oh, we just left the dock. Okay, we're officially floating away. Good thing I brought the paddle. Here we have our paddle just in case I can't get this engine to turn on. Okay, we are in neutral. Oh, should probably attach the fuel line. Okay, give it some pumps. All right, it's in neutral. Let's try to start it. Wow, it's so quiet, but it's running. We are now in forward. All right, so now what we got to do is brake in the engine. Oh, there we go. That's much better. So the first 15 to 45 minutes, something like that, it's supposed to just be an idle speed like this. And then after about an hour, we can go up to 2,000, 3,000 RPMs. And then for about 8 hours, you can't run more top speed more than like 15 minutes, something like that. I got to read the book, but yeah, I'm just going to cruise around till it gets dark. Oops. Hey, that was a good test. So I just leaned down to grab the fishing pole. You know what I did? I pulled the safety leash out and the engine immediately shut off. So that is actually a great test. It works. So that way if I fall off the boat, the engine will turn itself off, put it back into neutral. Let's see. Wow, first pull. So quiet, runs like a dream. Anyways, as I was saying, it's fishing time. I think if I angle my seat a little more to the left, I'll have better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh wait, I almost just took off. Forgot I'm not supposed to do that for 15 minutes. Getting pretty excited about this. I forgot to test something. The rod holder. So let's see. I want the rod holder like that. Oh, it clicks right in. I got the rod pointing out perfectly. Oh boys, let's do some trolling. Now, if this ain't living the life, I'm not sure what is. Got a rod out back, put my rod in there. Imagine we actually catch something trolling right now. That'd be crazy. We just had a hit. Damn, we just had a hit. I was hoping he'd come back, but come on, fish. Come to daddy. Damn. Thought we were about to get lucky. I'm getting hungry. I want a fresh fish on the grill right now. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm gonna enjoy this sunset. All right, we'll save the real fishing for daytime when y'all can actually see. I guess I'm just gonna drive the boat right up onto the ramp, just like that. And we are back. What a beautiful sunset that was yesterday, and today is a beautiful new day. I got the SeaEagle boat loaded down with fishing gear. We're gonna do it right today. We're gonna actually fish today. And I was looking at this bean bag, and I got kind of a crazy idea. I was thinking that beanbag on the front of this boat would be such a comfortable place to just relax and sleep if I just put the beanbag right there. I got an idea for a video. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm thinking something like sleeping out in the mangroves overnight, doing something crazy. You're just gonna have to subscribe to find out. But look what I have loaded down. We have 2 rods. These are our PC Fun medium action, then we got a light action one over there, 20-pound braid, 20-pound leader. Over here we have super light action, 8-pound braid to 10-pound monofilament leader to the South Florida Fishing Channel live bait hook, just a little J hook. This is the Carbon X 500 reel. You can get 18% off with code SFFC18 at PCFun.com. Huge sponsor of the channel. What an amazing 2 sponsors. The boat that's going to take me to the craziest of crazy places, and the reel that's going to catch me the fish. The perfect combination. Now I got something a little exciting, and I've never done this before. For bait, we have a bag of tuna, blackfin tuna. These are all the cuttings, trimmings of the blackfin tuna that we caught yesterday. Prettiest colors in the Keys. Woo! That's a good one. Yeah! Stud! Holy stud! Bam, yep, that was yesterday, and that is an upcoming video. But yeah, we're gonna be taking fresh caught tuna into the mangroves. We're gonna try to catch ourselves some dinner. I also have a net, my life jacket. These are grips that you can attach to a tree. So if there's a mangrove, I can snap onto the tree or the mangrove and tie it off to the boat. Or we have the stake anchor, which is probably the one we're going to be using. A Yeti bucket, because you just don't know. We have some pliers in there. And this right here, super sharp, foldable knife by Utica. Extremely sharp. Every boat needs a knife, right? And I figured a folding knife might be the safest option on an inflatable boat. Although, I think you could drop a knife on that and it will be fine. It's pretty rock solid. Then of course we have our safety gear. And I want to mention something because some of y'all might be saying in the comments that I need to have this boat registered. And you're not wrong. She does need to be registered, and I have to have the registration numbers, you know, maybe here, or you could put them on a plate and hang them on the side, or I have a vinyl printer, so I'll probably just put them on as a sticker. But if you have your manufacturer's statement of origin, which comes with the boat when it shows up in the mail, it has a purchase date on here, and you have 30 days to register your boat. So you can drive it around for 30 days and you don't need a registration on it. But all I got to do, take this piece of paper to the DMV, and it's like $25 or something like that, and the boat gets registered. Super easy to do, but I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow. I'm too eager to go fishing today. We don't got time for the bureaucratical stuff. We just want to catch a fish, right? And then I have all the other safety gear in here. Flare guns, whistles, flags, all, you know, all that stuff. I think I got a fire extinguisher in there too. Let me just make sure. Yep, fire extinguisher, good to go. I am strapping my GoPro to the Yeti bucket for some epic angles, but there is a mounting tab right here. I'm gonna order a special thing here that I can mount a camera on. There's also another mounting tab back here, so I'll probably be adding some attachments to this boat, but let's see what attachments we actually need first. Let's just ride it around. I'm gonna put this rod on the floor for now, so that way I have easier access, because when we push this in, I have to take these wheels out from under the boat, and I haven't figured out the smoothest way of doing that yet. I do have a theory though. Once I push this in the water, I could take this wheel off and then that one slides out, and then I don't have to like pull it out from under the boat. I'm gonna try that. Let's see. I'm even gonna put this camera on so you guys are gonna watch me potentially struggle here. It's fishing time, boys. I'm taking my shoes off. These are my blue Wahoo socks. Pretty cool, huh? All right, and we are going to just pick it up. This boat is so easy to move. It's super light. So I'm thinking I can take the wheels off right now and it should work perfect. Water's a little chilly. All right, we will take the strap off. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Look how easy, look how easy these come off. I thought it was gonna be hard, but it's not. They float, so I can just kick them out. Actually, I'm not sure if they float, but it's pretty shallow here, so they came out like nothing. And I'm just gonna put them right here. Now for the final push in. Watch, I'm doing this one-handed just to show you guys how easy this whole contraption moves. This boat is super cool because it's a super easy one-man show, but you can take 2 people on it, no problem. You can actually take 3 people on it. There's a 3-seat configuration you can get for the boat, but I just have the 2-seater. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Let's hop on. I feel so happy right now. Oh, perfect. It's gonna come right up on my dock. The engine has been dropped down. Give it a couple pumps. I'm gonna sit in my chair. It's push to start, so I'll give it a little tug. And she's running. I guess now it's fishing time. You know, this rod actually, I'm gonna put this rod over here so it's not in my way when I'm driving the boat around. And I'm gonna move the seat a little more to the left, like that. Oh yeah, oh baby, this is where it's at. Time to go explore some fishing spots. You know, I almost forgot. Wear your safety leash. In case you fall off, it'll kill your engine. That is definitely important. Now if I fall off, it'll kill the engine. I'm trying not to go too fast because it's still the break-in period. So I'm trying to keep the RPMs like under 2,000. I can't wait to punch it because I think this boat's gonna go super freaking fast. Not today. Today I'm gonna keep it easy, but upcoming video, we're gonna be rocketing with this thing. Rocketing, mark my words. We're gonna be flying through the air. All right, I'll see you guys when we get to the fishing spot. All right, I entered a no motor zone, which means you're not allowed to use a motor. And we have a super, super low tide, full moon. It does not get lower than this back here. Normally, the old John boat that I had would not be able to make it back here. And I figured I would test this boat to the max limits right off the rip. And I will say this paddle right here, standing and paddling, super stable. It's drafting, I don't know, maybe a few inches. And I'm not hitting the bottom. It's kind of crazy. This is a game changer for fishing the flats for me. I think I'm gonna try to get into some bone fishing or something crazy, but do y'all see how shallow it is? It's just like 4 inches deep maybe. And this boat is gliding perfectly across it. I tilted the engine up just slightly so it's not in the water. And I'm just super stoked right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paddle along these flats and I'm gonna look in the mangroves, and sometimes you can see fish hanging out. So what I'm gonna do is try to anchor with the pole spear or the anchor stick. I don't know, what do you guys call this thing? Anchor stick, pole, shover holer, hole filler. I'm just gonna stick this pole right into the ground there, and I have it tied to the handlebar. I'm gonna sit back and relax, turn this GoPro on. Okay, let's take out our bait, which is this bag of tuna. We'll take out our knife, and look what I have. This is a cutting board that I have attached to the handle, so that way I can cut my bait right on here. Now, something that I like to always do is I like to chuck a few chunks to get the fish excited. So here we go. Take a few chunks of tuna, and I'm gonna throw them. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna chuck a bait. I'm gonna chuck a little bait in there anyways. Maybe something will eat it. And y'all thought I was a professional fisherman. All right, a little piece of tuna on our live bait hooks. Just gonna chuck it right in there. Oh my, that was a perfect chuck. I think something's messing with my bait. Okay, I think that these fish that I'm seeing are barracudas, which isn't exactly what we're looking for. There's one looking at my bait right now. Come on, eat it, buddy. I'm pedaling in to get a closer look. I want to see what these fish are. I think they're just barracudas. So barracudas are mean fish with big teeth. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this on camera. I should have brought my big camera. Damn. Okay, next time I'll bring my big camera so I can show you guys, because it doesn't show up that good on the GoPro, but maybe you can see it. They're right on the sand, right there. 3 big barracudas. Okay, if there's no snapper here, then we're gonna move on to the next spot. I have a couple of really good spots that are like 5 miles away, but I need to break in the motor properly before I can run out there. So that'll probably be next week, where I'll be doing a little bit further trips, because 3-gallon tank, 30 miles to the gallon. I can go about 90 miles. Good. Just paddling around. No, not yet. It's a little low tide right now. Well, that's definitely a first for me. A paddle boat out on the flats with a baby. Right when I found some snapper, I try to be all quiet. I put my sea anchor in here, and then what happens? The freaking paddle boat. Only on the South Florida Fishing Channel. I've never seen that before. That is a first for me. I can't hate on anyone, because everyone is just out here trying to have a good time, just like me. So, mad respect, you know? Let's catch a fish. I think we owe ourselves a fish. So I see some fish right over there. I'm gonna chuck some chunks in there. Okay, there's some snapper getting a little fired up over there. There's some grunts in there too. I love grunts, I love snappers. And also over here, I chucked some bait over there. They are on the prowl, baby, so. No! Okay, first cast, I got stuck in the tree. And I lost my bait. 5 points to Gryffindor. I got one. Fish on, fish on. Oh my God, it's actually kind of strong. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Oh. Ow, no way. This might be a world record, a Mahara. Oh, okay. I doubt the video is going to do this thing justice. It is huge. Hold on, let me measure him for you. Oh, that is a 12-inch Mahara snapper. Or, it's not a snapper. It's just a Mahara, aka snook candy, aka super delicious eating fish. Look how big he is. That right there is a catch and cook, baby. World record Mahara. caught on the tuna on the South Florida Fishing Channel live bait hook. That guy right there. That's the hook. I'm gonna link everything in the video description. A link to the boat, a link to the hooks, a link to the fishing rods and reels I'm using. So just check the video description if you want to have as much fun as I'm having right now. All right, we're gonna put him on ice. That was a super strong fighting fish. I did not know Maharas fought like that. That's the biggest Mahara I've ever caught. Normally they're about this big. Never a 12-incher. That's crazy, but wow, I am stoked right now. So the first fish ever caught on the Fishskiff 16 by SeaEagle was a world record. An unofficial world record. I'm sure they're a little bit bigger, but a record for me. So if we're already setting records on day one, we have a bright future ahead. But let's chum more and see if we can get another bite. So the key really is, whatever bait you're using, just get the fish excited by throwing a bunch of it before throwing your bait with a hook. It takes the fish off edge, and I don't know, I have a lot more success when I do it like this. See, I can already see fish coming out from the mangrove roots and eating those baits. So now we want to put our bait there. I'm gonna have an ice cold beer. Cheers, everybody. To new endeavors, big adventures, and keeping the show going. We're almost 8 years strong. 8 years strong, that's crazy. 500 videos, over 500 videos, 8 years. Wait, can we do some math? All right, 500 divided by 8. That means I'm putting out 62 videos, 62.5 videos every year. So that's more than one video a week for 8 years that I've been posting on the South Florida Fishing Channel. That is crazy. Oh, and we're getting a bite. We're getting a bite. We're getting a bite. I'm gonna stand up for this. Note to self, I need to put a cup holder on the boat somewhere. Getting bit. I'm getting bit. Oh! Did you guys see that? Oh. I think it was a big barracuda. Oh, wow, I just got myself tangled here. What the heck? As I've been saying, I've been doing this for 8 years, and the very next thing is I have a huge tangle. There's line on the engine all over me. Oh boy. Well, this is why you guys watch, isn't it? Oh, would you look at that? That right there is a clean bite off. Look at that. Clean cut. So I think my predictions were right. That was a big barracuda. They have very sharp teeth, and they will cut your line instantly. I had a really good time fishing, even though it was just a really quick trip, you know. Home sweet home, dead ahead. Boom. All right, we have arrived. Cool. Turn the motor off, and then we'll give the motor a little trim up, or a tilt up, I mean, just like that, and bam. I don't think fishing gets much easier than this. I'll go ahead and pull the boat up as far as I can, about right there. Then we will go put the wheels back on it. This is where I was thinking, there's got to be an easier way to do this, to put the wheels on it without needing to go behind the boat. I'm going to do some thinking and some brainstorming. Maybe I can come up with something, but I'm just not completely sure. Overall, it's super easy. You just lift the boat up. There we go. That is perfect. So now we are going to cinch it down. All right, give it a nice pull, a nice tug. It's tight. And that's it. Boat is done and ready to get towed to wherever you need to. So I'll just pull it out of the water a little bit here. I have to strategically maneuver this to fit between this boat and that boat. Bingo. And before we put this back under there, we're gonna give her a good old rinsing. So this boat, if you're wondering, it is a self-bailing boat, which means all the water going on the deck of the boat, or let's say you took a wave over the boat, runs right off the back and right out the back of the boat. So it'll just run straight back out the boat. So self-bailing, aka basically unsinkable. So you know me, I'm gonna put that to the test. We'll probably end up in some pretty big storms, pretty big waves at one point, because that's how we do it here on the South Florida Fishing Channel. We're a little crazy like that. Home sweet home. Now I do have this tarp that I'm laying it on top of. I don't know if that's necessary, but I have these coral rocks and they're sharp and they're hard, and so I figured, you know, for the longevity of the boat life, I'm just gonna have that little bit of layer of protection between the boat and the coral rock. But yeah, she's looking so good. So good. All right, I will see y'all in the kitchen. It is the next day and our fat, juicy Mahara has been on ice overnight. What a stud. And what we're gonna do is scale him. Do I want to cut his head off? Yeah, I'm gonna cut his head off and I'm gonna scale him and gut him. And we're gonna cook him whole. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill a bucket with water and we're gonna be able to scale the fish under the water. That way the scales don't fly up all over the place and all over me and all over everything. So we're gonna scale him first and then we're gonna cut his head off. This right here, I think is a fish descaler. I don't know, I found it in the kitchen. It looks like a fish descaler. Yeah, it works great. So I'm just rubbing up against the fish. Just like this, and all the flakes or all the scales come off. And now we have a scaleless fish. No scales on it, perfect, but he might be too big for the frying pan. So I am going to just cut his head off and pull his guts out. Run your finger along the head of the fish and find where the soft spot starts. So right here, it's soft, so we know there's meat right here. We don't want to miss any meat, so right about there, we're going to put our knife in. I would suggest doing this, not holding the fish like this, but for video purposes, it's a better angle. The things I do for you guys. Also, a higher chance I might cut my finger off. So there we go, we cut the head off. That is for the crabs. Enjoy, buddies. Pull all the guts out of there. And there's the anus hole. And I will put my knife in there and run directly down the fish, opening up the gut cavity. And then just make sure all the guts are taken out and it's nice and clean. And there we have it. A cleaned fish ready for some butter. Let's go. Welcome to the kitchen. And we're gonna keep this super simple. Step one, we're gonna take ourselves some Amish butter, a nice chunk of butter. Cut off a nice hefty slice of that butter. Put it in our pan, we're gonna start heating that up. I got a question for all my cooking experts out there. So I saw this Kentucky seasoned flour at the store, and I thought, ooh, this would be delicious to put on the fish and fry it up. But in the instructions on the back, it says preheat oil to 350. Can I achieve this kind of crispiness with butter if I'm not using like oil? So I'm not sure. I want to see what you guys say before I try something like this, but I'm gonna put that to the side. Now we're gonna keep it simple this time. I dried the fish off with a paper towel. Take a knife and we're gonna run one cut on each side just so it cooks a little more evenly. Thinking like, just like that, through the thickest part of the fish. Bam, just like that. And now we're gonna season it with 2 ingredients. We have the South Florida Fishing Channel Fish and Game seasoning, lemon pepper. Our newest flavor, absolutely delicious, highly recommended. And we're gonna do a generous seasoning of the lemon pepper. We will also be giving a generous amount of garlic and onion. Oh, this is actually our old label. This was back when we were selling it under the Red, White, and Blue Outdoors brand, but it is now all South Florida Fishing Channel. Funny how times change, isn't it? You want to season the inside of the fish also, and the back of the fish. Butter is melting, almost there. Gonna let all that melt, and we're gonna throw the fish in. We got a nice bubbling butter, and look at that fish. Ooh, baby. Drop that in there. Feeling pretty good about this. It's getting hot in here, so let's flip our fish. Oh, wow. Extra crispy. So cooking with butter, you know, it's one of those things where if it gets too hot, it crisps up super fast. You put it more of a medium heat. I was kind of medium high. I probably should have been on a medium heat. I think this is going to be absolutely delicious. Time to take this bad boy, put it on a plate. Tell you what, it smells like $1 million. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a crispy, beautiful Mahara. Biggest Mahara I have ever seen. And I was thinking, I'm gonna start rating these fish on a scale to 1 to 10, 10 being the best, in terms of how much I like to eat them. I think that'll add a fun element to the channel, because I usually just say like, oh, it's really good or something, but I wanna bring you guys like a leaderboard scale. So this will be the first fish that we do this to. 1 out of 10. Or 1 to 10, we'll see what it is. And of course, we're gonna start with the tail, because when I cook them whole, I love a good crispy tail. The seasoning is on point. That is exactly what I'm looking for when I bite into a tail. It's like a potato chip. And I think the meat is just gonna peel perfectly right off the fish. Oh my, look at that, beautiful. It just comes right off the bones. Very juicy, very moist, hot, steamy, moist, delicious. A mouthful. We got some of the skin with lots of seasonings on there, and then just that beautiful white meat. Mahara, here we go. Now, I have had Mahara before, and I remember thinking how delicious it was, and I'm gonna say the same thing again. Mahara is an amazing eating fish. If you can find the big ones, look at that beautiful white meat just getting pulled. I would say that this is better than snapper. I would pick this meat over like a mangrove snapper any day. It is top tier. This is gonna be a tough one. Now that I have to rate it, I'm just sitting here enjoying this fish. Watch this. Just pull all the bones right out of there. And we are left with the other half of the fish completely deboned and just ready for the slaughterhouse. Oh, look at this. Hold on, let me pull it out for you. This is all meat, no bones, just pure fish gold. Man, in terms of fish, it doesn't really get better than this. So I'm not sure what to rate it. It's melt in your mouth. It's juicy. It's got spectacular flavors. I'm gonna rate it up there pretty high because I actually think Mahara is a super epic fish. Obviously, depending how you cook it is gonna affect how it tastes. I was gonna say 10, but it seems ridiculous to my first ever fish rating, just 10 right off the bat. But maybe even a 9 with that lemon pepper on there. If this was a snapper, I probably would have rated it up at like an 8. I think it's a little bit better than a snapper, so I'm gonna rate this 9. If I catch a big Mahara, it's going in the box. Before we end this video, I want to give one final big shout out to SeaEagle for making this video possible, for hooking me up with a new boat that's going to be going on lots of adventures. And if you want to get yourself a SeaEagle, I'm going to have a link in the video description below where you can check it out. They have a ton of different models, a ton of different package options. You can get an electric motor, you can get a 5 horsepower motor or a smaller one or a 9.9 like I have. tons of options. There's the 3-seat options, 2-seat options. Go check out their website and check out all the awesome stuff they have to offer. It can be a little hard to get on the water sometimes, especially having a big boat and all that. But this is a huge game changer for me because now I have something that I can literally deflate, put in the back of my truck, like inside the truck, not even the truck bed. I can roll it up and put it inside the truck. I can take it anywhere. It's lightweight. I can inflate it anywhere, push it in the water. I can go into no motor zones. It's easy to paddle around on it. I can get into tight corners and tight spaces. I can get into very shallow water because it giraffes, like you guys saw, the water was like this deep. I was just going right over it. It was perfect. But can't wait to see what all we got in stock with this. Thank you so much for watching this video tonight, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.